Hey everyone, welcome to part 3 of our Winter Masterclass for Align with the Seasons virtual subscription box. I moved over here because I'm going to be actually sharing the physical box, and I'm already wasn't good at keeping the computer steady on the couch, so this way I won't be juggling too many things. Okay, I'm excited to kind of dig into a little bit more of the actual alignment of the body, mind, and energy, talking a little bit about each of those areas. And then, like I said, we'll dig into the box and share everything that's in it and talk about how you can use it. So first, let's talk a little bit about body. Obviously, I'm a massage therapist. This is where I started. This was what kind of led me into the world of everything I do. I was a body worker doing massage therapy and really just seeing that it was awesome to help people relieve tension and work with their bodies, but there was something deeper. There was more going on. And so, yes, I could help a muscle help you feel better in your body. But if you were super stressed out, didn't feel good about your life, your energy was off, you weren't tuned in with your world, what was going on with you, then there was only so much I could do. And so that's how I started building these layers of my business and just kept studying and digging deeper more into things. So for me, it's super important sometimes to start with the body. That's one of the first ways I tune in if I'm feeling like I need to get back to myself. Sometimes getting into my body is the best way to start for me. As a massage therapist, I see the most issues for winter with the shoulder area. People naturally want to go internal, just as we've been talking about going inside ourselves to match nature. We actually kind of do that with our bodies. We want to curl up, get cozy. The cold makes us contract. Our muscles contract more and can cause tension. So it's important to balance our natural tendencies so that we can feel good. I included a self-massage tool in the box to help us all. So I'll show you a little bit how to use it in the yoga class video. As we get tight, we can loosen. This aligns with the idea of slowing down. Take the time to pay attention. Take the time to do something about it. A great way to balance the cold is to heat up our bodies. Heat brings circulation and blood flow. Winter can make us feel stuck in our bodies as well as many other ways. We need to get it moving. In our bodies, heat can be made through movement. So find a movement that you enjoy for winter. It's likely that you're already less active naturally than you are in summer because we're outside less. So we're slowing down. So we don't have the same motivation. Maybe something like yoga is a good way for you to move in winter. But if you really miss summer, I encourage you to push yourself, make yourself sweat. You can also bring heat with baths, heating pads to relieve muscle tension, anything that warms you and brings you that relief. It's helpful on so many levels, feeling like you're nurturing yourself, actually helping your muscles and body, bringing that sweat, getting that circulation and blood flow moving, reminding us of the heat that we're missing from summer. And like we said, just balancing that cold energy that's making us contract. So you can also eat hot foods, drink hot drinks. Hearty foods are great as well, such as root vegetables, grains, pickled and cured foods. Like we talked about, these are the things that would have been accessible to us during winter in more primitive times. But even, since we are in a more advanced world, like we're talking about balancing a little bit, like if you're missing summer and it would feel good to have a summer fruit, you're able to get it here. Go and do that. Do what will help you feel good. That's kind of the point here is, yes, we want to align with nature. We want to align these different areas of ourselves, of mind, body, and energy to find that fulfillment. But sometimes we kind of need to find that fulfillment through different ways of balancing and giving ourselves what we need. A lot about alignment, I think, is really first off tuning in, getting aware what works for you. So just another way to align is to be just aware, like we said, of the foods that are in season, things that are happening in the season. But like I said, if you need something else, give it to yourself. That is the main goal here above anything else. Alignment and balance are not the same thing, but we need them both in different ways and at different times. So bring the warmth to balance the cold while aligning with nature, and just find those ways to connect to winter that work best for you. For your mind, we really talked a lot about this in the intro video, the first video of this. We spoke a lot on how we can relate to the season, how we could shift our mindset to align with the season. I'm including journal prompts, and like we've talked about, my monthly action sheet for you to download as well. The journal prompts will really help you dig in. Finding what works for you in this season is so important. Like we said, just pay attention, get aware, tune in, get creative. Take the wisdom that I'm passing on to you to get clear on how to make winter work for you. This is a great time to get to know your authentic self in a deeper way. Dig into what is under the surface. Become friends with your shadow qualities. The Queen of Death is the archetype for winter. She embodies the mantra, trust, release. I trust, I release. We must trust that spring will come again and be willing to accept that which has died and will not return. She is unafraid because she trusts. She lives for rebirth. She transforms easily as she is willing to let go of what no longer serves her. She's willing to say goodbye with grace and look forward with love. So archetype work is a way to kind of like embody some of these energies. So kind of digging into the Queen of Death archetype is a way for you to like shift your mindset into what winter can be, and think about it that way. Another archetype I feel strongly about for winter, since I read tarot, is the Hermit. I believe he is a great signifier of winter. The Hermit signifies that time to go inward, to rely on our own wisdom, to be willing to go into the darkness alone. And he knows he will come out stronger and smarter when he does. He is one with all of himself because he's journeyed to find that. And he's ready to pass on that which he has learned to those who wish to listen. So really getting into, that willingness to go inside ourselves on our own journey for that deep versions of ourselves, getting to know all of ourselves, and then being willing to share it with the world and put it out there, and know that then we have that wisdom from our journey to share. So find what aspects of these archetypes relate to you. Find mantras that empower you and give you what you need. I included a frame in the physical box for you to put a mantra in. So when you find one that calls to you for this season, write it on a piece of paper and put it in there. I'll show you how the back of the cards I included also have little mantras on there. So change your mantra as much as you like, but put it somewhere you can see it regularly. Let it remind you to embody what you desire, and keep with those mindset shifts. Let's talk a little bit about energy. Winter really is a pause between end and beginning. It is a time when we cleanse, when we can heal, and when it's important to nourish. It's a time to take a breath, to connect with our breath, to slow down, to listen, to allow, to honor this space that is the in-between, to acknowledge the darkness as we welcome the ever-growing light. Practice breath work during winter. Breathing is death and life. It's dark and light. Inhale and exhale. And breath is cleansing. I think it's a great time to cleanse our space as well, since we are indoors more often. The Palo Santo included in the physical box is a great way to get started with cleansing. We'll talk a little bit about that. Also focusing on the root chakra, and working on our homes is a way to tune into our root chakra. The root chakra is all about home, our roots, how we ground into them, what we're attached to, what holds us up. The root chakra is earth. We connect to it through our feet. And it's red, so we can wear this color, meditate on this color, hold crystals of that. If we're feeling stuck, we may want to shake up our roots, in which running or hiking would be wonderful, maybe going on a vacation. Like we talked about, February kind of being this fixed sign in Aquarius where we're a little stuck. This is when I always feel a little stuck in my root chakra. And a lot of times I book a vacation or in February to kind of get away from winter and get a reminder of what's coming, and really just kind of get unstuck, shake things up so that I can move into the end of my winter feeling prepared for spring. It's always just like the most rejuvenating experience for me. But yeah, like I said, running, hiking, getting out in nature, in yoga, if we need to ground down, standing poses are best. But if we feel stuck, try some back bends or inversions, even putting your feet up the wall, which I'll show in yoga class. And we'll practice some of all of that in our yoga class. As we tune into the energy of winter, let us allow for things to come to us, to leave us. Let us feel into how our energy feels in this season, what we can do to feel better. Let our energy and the energy of the universe be our guide. So just like we've been talking about this whole time, just tuning into yourself, thinking about how the winner of energy makes your energy feel and how you can get back into that giving and receiving quality. All right, so we're going to dig into the box. So first, I definitely want to kind of go over everything that's included again. In this virtual box, you're obviously getting the Masterclass, which is broken up into 3 sections. The first is just the intro, really talking about winter. Second really digs into astrology. And this third one talks a little bit about body, mind, and energy, and then actually shows the physical box. There'll be another video that's a yoga class, and then a meditation that will really be there for your energy. I'm also including the action sheet like I talked about. I'm going to include some action steps because we've talked about a lot of things throughout this masterclass that you could be doing. So we'll include some actual action steps for you to remember those. Since we talked about that winter solstice ritual, I am going to include that. So I'll include my bread recipe as well, the list of herbs and their metaphysical properties, so you can complete that ritual for yourself. I'll also be including a list of journal prompts so that you can be working through those to stay tuned in, stay aware, be thinking about all these different things we've been talked about, and have those reminders so you can kind of think about how you want to create a journal practice. Maybe that's once a week, you set some time aside in your calendar to have a journal practice. Maybe it's just a little bit in the morning, 15 minutes, or in the evening. Maybe you can allow some more time, make one less Netflix show, be your journal time. That's one of my goals. So yeah, I'm really excited about all this includes. I'm excited to have a virtual box and a physical box. So let's dig into what the physical box entails. All right, so this is the first card you'll see aligned with the season. So it just says it's my subscription box. There'll be a winter box little description that just talks a little bit about winter and why I am doing this. So the first mantra card you'll see is slow down, and that's for our body. So we're going to dig into having 4 items for our body, which will be, well, we'll go through them. Let's talk about them. Opening my little box. This was so fun and gratifying to pack up these boxes. It fulfilled my nurturing qualities so much to feel like I got to put all this together for you. And extra bonus, I'm going to Reiki every box. So everything in this box will hold Reiki energy specifically for you from me. And Reiki is just calling in that universal energy. It's an ancient energetic healing system. So it's just going to be full of all that goodness. And just so you know, then with the Reiki energy, every item is going to be cleansed. So it's coming with a fresh start to you, and you get to put your energy into it. All right, so let's dig into the body stuff. I first am including my floral charcoal scrub, which you can spread all over your body or just on your face, whatever is feeling like you need some detoxing. It includes jasmine flowers, lavender flowers, rose flowers, bentonite clay, and activated charcoal. So it's just super detoxing for your skin while giving you that nurturing, earthy, floral essence. So that has some directions on the back, but my favorite is finding what works best for your skin as a component, because this is just powder. So this will last you forever, because all you need is a little small, maybe half a teaspoon to a whole teaspoon, more if you're doing your whole body. And then you can mix it into whatever works well for your skin. So yogurt, lemon juice, avocado, you can just use water, really finding what works well for your skin. Coconut oil, if you need some more oil in winter, mix this powder in with whatever your component is, and then put it on as a paste, and you have an awesome scrub. You can leave it on, especially with the charcoal, about 15 minutes for that extra detox. All right, next item. I'm like my grounding bath salts. So these are kind of my signature thing. They have birch and basil, which is my original company's name. So there's going to be Dead Sea salts and Epsom salts for your bath. It has cedar leaves in it, birch bark, the essential oils of basil, vetiver, cedarwood, and clove. So really just digging into those winter scents, getting in tune with that like earthiness, the pines, the trees, thinking about the roots. So this is just going to be a really great grounding for your bath. We then have our self-massage tool. So this is my creation. There's 2 tennis balls in here. I sewed it in some awesome sweater fabric. And then it's perfect because it moves. So we'll show in the yoga class how to really use this. But this is going to be a self-massage tool for you to work out different knots in your body in different areas. So we'll show you that in the yoga class, but feel free to get creative. And then I have included my winter tea blend in this little guy. And there's a little tea infuser in case you don't have one, since it is just loose tea. In the winter tea blend, I have sencha green tea, which is full of antioxidants and good for your brain. Milk thistle, which is lungs and liver, so a little bit of detox there, and just helping with that respiratory health during the winter is really important. Rose hips for your immune system. We all know winter is, you know, that time where we get those colds. Calendula for our lymph, which helps us process everything that's coming in. The skin, calendula is also very good for the skin. So dry skin's so prevalent in winter, so I thought it was important to put something in there. Ginger for our gut health. That to me is always super important. Great way to start your day. Nettle for your muscles and joints, which obviously we talked about how that can get a little stuck in winter. So that winter tea blends, I made this specifically for you. So enjoy, put a little bit in your tea infuser every morning. And then you have the recipe. So if you love it, you can go out and find these items very easily at your local co-op health food store and make your own version. All right, so next mantra you'll see is listen. And this is our align with the mind part of the box. So first, I included a little journal. Since you have all your journal prompts, you'll have a journal to write them all in. And then a lavender eye pillow made with flax and lavender. So this is helping to quiet the mind. Meditative states, ends of yoga classes before bed, anytime if you're a napper. So I love these guys. And I did it with some nice soft wool, so it feels extra good. All right, we have an aromatherapy mist. This is my Breathe aromatherapy mist. In the masterclass, we talked a lot about how breathing is important in winter, that slowing down energy, that cleansing energy. So the Breathe aromatherapy mist can just be sprayed anywhere when you need a little lift, on a pillow, on your clothes. It's not going to stick like a perfume. It's very light. I use it personally in my mornings because, one, I want that scent, I want that feeling, but it has witch hazel in it, so it's a very good toner. I also use it in the evenings sometimes, just that like beginning and end of my day. So it's witch hazel. I made a rose hip tea to balance it out. It has the essential oils of eucalyptus, lemon, clove, ginger, and then I always put little crystals in the bottom of my aromatherapy mist. So there's a little crystal in there just to infuse some extra love and goodness in that. All right, and then you have your little frame for your mantra. So you can pick one of the cards that I've included in here to put in, or you can write your own. All right, next mantra you'll see is allow. And this is aligning for energy. So this is the energy portion. Palo Santo is included with holy wood. This comes from South America, and it's considered to be a holy wood. So super sacred. It provides cleansing. It's just very good for mind, body, and energy, and very good for your home. So like I said, this is like a perfect way when you're really like, I'm going to dig into doing some stuff in my home. This provides an extra cleansing energy for your home space and yourself. I do that before I clean or really work on a project in home. So you can just light it. You don't want to keep it lit and burning, but have it, you can hold it over a candle for about 30 seconds to really get that good ember, and then set it aside. Again, fire safety, water near, put it somewhere that it's not going to light other things on fire. I also use it sometimes before I'm about to practice yoga or do a meditation. So if you're about to do the meditation I provided, burning your Palo Santo, next to you will just give you that cleansing energy and smoke throughout that. So that's great for that. All right, I love crystals, so I included black tourmaline. Black, just really digging into that Queen of Death energy, that winter energy, the darkness, being okay with that. And this is just one that's super, I almost want to just read this, but I'm not going to, because you'll get this little description that describes it all, but it's just super positively charged, so it pushes away negative energy. So it's for protection, grounding, and I just think having these crystals are a great way to really like feel something tangible for the energy. So sometimes I almost carry them as worry stones in my purse. You'll always hear about the woo-woo people with the crystals in their bra, so feel free to be that person. With these, I think you could also wire wrap them, turn them into jewelry, put them on your altar, next to your mantra, sleep with it in your pillow, whatever feels good for you. Just be willing to like feel this energy and feel where it wants to be and how it wants to help you. I included a silver candle so that when you set your intentions on the new moon, you can light this candle. And that just, again, signifies that bringing of the light, setting intention, stoking that fire. I think candles are just like a great way to really be a marker that this is my intention, putting it out there, and see something burning with that intention. And silver candles are especially good for the divine feminine. So they are just, the silver represents that sort of wisdom. And I think winter is just really tapping into that divine wisdom of this feminine energy of slowing down and tuning into ourselves. So silver candle for your intentions. And then the last thing for your energy is this little pot with a little packet with a couple sunflower seeds in it. So since we've been talking about tuning in with nature, I thought this would be a great, very tangible way to like think about what that means. So get a little bit of dirt, plant your seeds about, I think only like a 1/2 inch deep. And then you can kind of think about how that seed is starting to sprout under the ground, and it takes all that time of it growing before we even see it come out of the surface. And then when it comes out of the surface, it is still so much space and like energy that it's going to take before it grows to blossom. So I just really wanted to put this out there for our energy so we could plant our little plant, be thinking about how we can't quite see what's happening under the surface, but get excited about it sprouting. And so then the timing should be that in winter, as you see this sprouting, so by the time the ground unfreezes and it's spring, you'll be able to plant your sunflower plants somewhere in the spring. And so I just love that energy. So again, feel free to put intentions in with this plant when you plant this. You can even bury a little note at the bottom if you'd like, and just make sure to water it regularly, give it some sunlight because plants love sun. So, all right, that is our box. I'm so excited about everything in it. Again, you get 4 things for each area, your body, mind, and energy, and all focused on your alignment to the season winter. So I hope you enjoy it. Like I've said, please get in touch if you have any questions. I'll be available over email, MsCourtneySage@gmail.com. This will be linked to everything and the information you provided, and I'm sure you're getting emails from me already. If not, jump over to my website and sign up on my email list to find out as we have future subscription boxes in 2019. All right. Thank you all so much for being here. I couldn't be more grateful that you're taking part in this journey of mine. So yay, enjoy winter and take care and be well.